Who built the pyramids of Egypt? Here's a hint found by experts. Compass.com. The pyramids of Egypt are archaeological marvels, towering above the desert sands and visible for miles. Building this pyramid was undoubtedly a very formidable task. But who did it? There are many theories about who built the Egyptian pyramids, from enslaved Jews to wilder ideas such as the inhabitants of the lost city of Atlantis or aliens. Neither of these theories has solid evidence to support it. Disproved theory. Archaeologists assert the pyramids in Egypt could not have been built by Jewish slaves. Archaeologists have never found any archaeological remains that can be directly attributed to the Jews dating back 4,500 years, when the pyramids of Giza were built. In addition, the story told in the Hebrew Bible about Jews who became slaves in Egypt refers to a city called Ramses. A city called Pi-Ramesses was founded during the 19th dynasty, circa 1295 to 1186 BC, and named after Ramses II, who ruled 1279–1213 BC. The city was built after the era of pyramid construction ended in Egypt. We have no clue, not even a single word, of the early Israelites in Egypt, neither in the monumental inscriptions on the temple walls, nor in tomb inscriptions, or in papyrus, write archaeologists Israel Finkelstein and Neil Asher Silberman in their book The Bible Unearthed. Archaeology's New Vision of Ancient Israel and the Origin of its Sacred Texts. Apart from Jewish slaves, experts have also never found archaeological evidence for the lost city of Atlantis in any time period, and many scholars believe that the story is fictional. This is the same as the alien theory. Pyramids and their construction. Egypt has more than 100 ancient pyramids, but the most famous include the pyramid called the First Step Pyramid, built during the reign of the pharaoh Djoser, about 2630–2611 BC, and the First True Pyramid, which has smooth sides, built under the reign of the pharaoh Snefru, circa 2575–2551 BC. This is written by Mark Lenner in his book, The Complete Pyramids, Solving the Ancient Mysteries. The Great Pyramid was built at Giza during the reign of the pharaoh Khufu, circa 2551–2528 BC, and his two successors, Khafra, circa 2520–2494 BC, and Menkaure, circa 2490–2472 BC, also had pyramids built at Giza. Pharaohs gradually stopped building pyramids during the New Kingdom, 1550–1070 BC, choosing to be buried in the Valley of the Kings, located about 483 kilometers south of Giza, Lenner says in his book. Facts according to archaeologists. In fact, all evidence suggests that the ancient Egyptians built pyramids. But how the pyramid builders lived, how they were compensated, and how they were treated is a mystery that researchers are still investigating. Reported by Live Science, Saturday, the 15th of May 2021, over the last few decades, archaeologists have found new evidence that provides clues about who the builders of the pyramids were and how they lived. Extant written records, including papyrus found in 2013 at Wadi al-Jarf on Egypt's Red Sea coast, show that a large group of workers, sometimes translated as gang, helped bring the materials to Giza. The papyrus found at Wadi al-Jarf tells of a group of men, about 200 people, led by an inspector named Merer. A group of workers hauled limestone by boat down the Nile, about 18 kilometers from Tura to the Great Pyramid, where it was used to build the monument's outer casing. In the past, Egyptologists theorized that the builders of the pyramids consisted mostly of seasonal agricultural workers who reached the point there was little agricultural work to do. However, it remains to be seen if this is true. The papyrus detailing the pyramid's history is still in the process of being deciphered and analyzed, but the results suggest that the gang led by Merer did more than just help build the pyramid. These workers appear to have traveled most of Egypt, perhaps as far as the Sinai Desert, carrying out the various construction projects and tasks assigned to them. This raises the question of whether they are part of a more permanent professional workforce than a group of seasonal farm workers returning to their fields. According to the papyrus, the workers were given a diet that included dates, vegetables, poultry and meat, said Pierre Talat, a professor of Egyptology at the University of Paris-Sorbonne who was deciphering the papyrus and was one of the leaders of the team that discovered it. In addition to a healthy diet, the papyrus describes members of the work team regularly procuring textiles that might have been considered money at that time. In addition, Officials in high positions involved in the construction of the pyramids may have received land grants, said Mark Lehner, director of the Ancient Egyptian Research Association, ERA, a Massachusetts-based research institute. Historical records show that in Egyptian history, land grants were given to officials. However, it is not known whether land grants were also given to officials involved in the construction of the pyramids. Lehner's team has excavated a city in Giza that was once inhabited and frequented by some of the workers who built the pyramids of Menkaure. So far, archaeologists have found evidence that the ancient inhabitants of this city used to bake large quantities of bread, slaughter thousands of animals, and brew large quantities of beer. Based on animal bones found at the site, and taking into account the nutritional needs of the workers, archaeologists estimate that about 1,800 kilograms of animals, including cattle, sheep and goats, are slaughtered on average daily to feed the workers. That was the story about the construction of the pyramids in Egypt. Thank you for watching this video. Don't forget to like and subscribe so you get more interesting information.